Sister said, "Go find another table." The air in the dining room was thick with the scent of roasted lamb and betrayal. My fork froze mid-bite, hovering over the plate as my sister's voice cut through the clink of glasses and forced laughter. "Why don't you find another table, Lila? This one's for family." Her words landed like a slap, sharp and cold, her lips curled into a smile that didn't reach her eyes. The room fell silent, the weight of her meaning sinking into the polished mahogany table where our family, my family, sat. I was adopted, yes, but I'd been theirs for 20 years. The $3,270 bill for this lavish dinner, now crumpled in my trembling hand, felt like a final eviction notice. I scanned the faces around me. Mom's eyes darted to her plate, her fingers twisting the napkin into knots. Dad coughed, a hollow sound avoiding my gaze. My brother Ethan stared at his wineglass, swirling it like he could drown in it. The chandelier above cast jagged shadows, turning their familiar features into strangers. My chest tightened, a dull ache spreading like ink in water. Had they all known? Had they whispered behind my back, plotting this public execution of my place in their lives? The first crack in my trust came weeks earlier, subtle as a hairline fracture. I'd overheard Sarah, my sister, on the phone, her voice low and venomous. "She's not really one of us, is she?" I'd brushed it off, chalking it up to her usual sharpness, the kind that flared when she was stressed. But then came the missed invitations to family game nights, the group chat I was mysteriously dropped from, the way Mom's hugs grew brief like she was rationing affection. Each moment was a pebble in my shoe, small but impossible to ignore. Now sitting at this table, the pieces clicked together, a puzzle I'd been too afraid to solve. Sarah's eyes glinted with something darker than resentment. Triumph, maybe. She leaned back, sipping her wine, her manicured nails tapping the glass like a countdown. "You didn't think we'd foot the bill forever, did you?" she said, her voice syrupy with mock pity. The words burned, not because of the money, but because they confirmed what I'd feared. I was an outsider, tolerated until inconvenient. My mind raced, replaying every moment I'd called this family mine. The summer barbecues where Dad taught me to grill, the late-night talks with Mom about my dreams, Ethan's stupid pranks that made me laugh until I cried. Were those lies too? My heart screamed to confront Sarah, to demand answers, but doubt clawed at me. What if I was wrong? What if I was the one breaking this fragile thing we called family? "Lila, don't make a scene," Mom whispered, her voice trembling, but her eyes stayed fixed on her untouched dessert. No defense, no outrage on my behalf, just a plea to keep the peace. That silence was louder than Sarah's cruelty. It was Dad's hand on Mom's arm, stopping her from saying more. It was Ethan's muttered, "Let it go, Lila," as he pushed back his chair and left the room. The betrayal wasn't just Sarah's. It was all of them, complicit in their silence, their averted gazes, their willingness to let me carry the weight of this moment alone. My throat burned with unsaid words, but I stood, the bill clutched in my hand, my chair scraping against the hardwood like a final protest. The room spun, the crystal glasses glinting like cruel stars, the aroma of rosemary and garlic now sickening. I could have paid the bill. I had the money. But as I walked out, leaving the crumpled paper on the table, I realized the real cost wasn't financial. It was the trust I'd poured into them, the love I'd thought was mutual, now shattered like glass underfoot. In the parking lot, the cold night air stung my cheeks and I let the tears come hot and unstoppable. But then I heard it, footsteps. Ethan's voice, raw and urgent. "Lila, wait." I turned, expecting an apology, a lifeline. Instead, he held out an envelope, his eyes red-rimmed but resolute. "Sarah found your birth mother. She's been paying her to stay away." We all knew. My heart stopped, the world tilting. The betrayal wasn't just exclusion. It was a conspiracy to erase who I was, who I could have been. And in that moment I didn't know whether to scream, run, or thank them for finally setting me free.